Hi everyone, before today's video starts, I wanted to make a quick disclaimer. I recorded this video and began editing it prior to the Nintendo Direct announcement on March 27th, 2025. I'm incredibly excited about what has been announced. That said, in this video I covered the possibility of Tomodachi Life making a return, and it turns out that I might be some sort of psychic because we've now just been informed that Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is coming to Nintendo Switch in 2026. Anyway, please enjoy today's video. I worked very hard on it. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today, I just wanted to talk about the next generation Nintendo console. With the Switch approaching the end of its life cycle and the announcement of the Switch 2, I've been thinking about what games I'd like to see at launch or soon after it. Let's dive into it. Okay, so first and foremost, we all saw this one coming, is Mario Kart 9. Given that Mario Kart 8 was originally released on the Wii U in 2014 and later ported to the Nintendo Switch as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which then in 2022 received the Booster Course Pass DLC, it was only a matter of time before we heard something about Mario Kart 9. So with Mario Kart 9 confirmed to be in development thanks to the Switch 2 teaser, I'm intrigued to see what Nintendo introduces, such as new items, game mechanics and tracks. I'd really like to see the new Mario Kart game bring back some classic features whilst also creating a new and unique gaming experience. For instance, I'd love to see the return of the two-player kart mode from Mario Kart Double Dash. Having a game mode where players both locally and online can choose to play separately using two characters or team up on the same kart would be an amazing feature to bring back, as I think it would give players a more varied racing experience and a chance to not only compete against each other but to also work together. This opportunity to engage in true teamwork is what has always made Double Dash so special to me. Also, a new Mario Kart game could incorporate the mission mode from Mario Kart DS, especially considering the capabilities of the Switch 2. Nintendo could create a big and vast hub world that incorporates a broader range of missions compared to what you could do on the DS, thanks to the Switch 2's improved hardware capabilities. Playing through and achieving a good score on these missions could unlock special items and offer a more in-depth customization experience for players to design their karts. Also, introducing characters that have never been featured in a Mario Kart game before, such as Mallow and Gino from Super Mario RPG, and even the crew from Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I just think it'd be really cool. Not to mention, with the Mario Kart 9 footage in the new Switch 2 teaser trailer featuring a 24 kart starting grid, could this indicate an expanded roster of characters is on the way? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Okay, the next game I want to talk about that Nintendo fans have been eagerly anticipating for quite some time now is a continuation of the Tomodachi Life series. Tomodachi Life was originally released on the Nintendo 3DS in 2013 with great success. However, did you know this wasn't the first game in the series? Nintendo actually began Tomodachi on the DS with Tomodachi Collection, a Japan-only, more stripped-down game compared to its contemporary. The game came out in 2009, pretty late in the DS's lifespan, so many believe it was essentially a beta test for what became Tomodachi Life. Despite the DS's limitations, Tomodachi Collection proved to be a hit, garnering over 3 million sales and paving the way for the series' return on the 3DS. I absolutely love Tomodachi Life. I believe a new version of the game would have incredible potential as a launch title for the Switch 2. It could utilise the improved hardware to create a better and more captivating life simulation and gaming experience for both fans and new players who have never played Tomodachi Life. I believe Nintendo tried to gauge interest in the franchise by releasing Miitopia in 2021 for the Switch, even though it initially launched on the 3DS in Japan in 2016 and worldwide in 2017. So why haven't they just remastered Tomodachi Life already on the Switch? In my opinion, Nintendo needs a well-founded reason to make a game in any series they produce. Much of the elements that fans enjoy in Tomodachi Life are completely reliant on the extensive online capabilities of the 3DS. For example, Street Pass. Players could send Miis on journeys to new islands, collect goods from other players they walk past in real life, and send letters across the world. You could also create Miis using the 3DS camera and much more. All of these features, which are such core elements to the Tomodachi Life experience, would be a huge challenge or impossible to implement on the current Switch. Nintendo clearly knows this and holds the same philosophy with other dormant franchises, such as F-Zero. The lead designer of F-Zero, Takeo Mamura, was asked by IGN in 2021 about the possibility of a new game, of which there hadn't been in 18 years. He stated that, quote, "Of course I've thought about it many times, but without a brand new idea, it's hard to bring back. All things considered, I think that it's likely that Nintendo have plans for a reboot at some point on the new console. They experimented with Miitomo and Miitopia, so I'm not convinced that they have forgotten or given up on the series. They just don't seem to know yet how to adapt Tomodachi Life to a new system, and most importantly, with new ideas. On a final note, Tomodachi Life was released relatively early in the 3DS's lifespan, 11 years with no direct sequel. I think it's about time. Would a new game be possible by launch or early into the next console's lifespan? Let's hope. I could talk all day about the games I hope to see at launch for the Switch 2, but that would make this video far too long. So my final thoughts are for a new potential Animal Crossing game. I believe there's a strong demand for a new Animal Crossing game, especially considering that Animal Crossing New Horizons is the second best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch, right behind Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Also, Animal Crossing New Horizons' last major update was version 2.0, released on November 4th, 2021, which was just over a year and a half after the game's initial release. Some Animal Crossing fans are disgruntled regarding the game's shift from a life simulation to a more sandbox style experience. While many players appreciate the extensive customization options in New Horizons, they feel that Nintendo have neglected character dialogue and personal interactions. These elements are key to the game's charms, leading to some players to yearn for the deeper connections that were once a hallmark of the series. So what do I hope to see if a new Animal Crossing game were to be announced for a launch title? Well, first of all, I would like to see the return of a few things from previous titles. Namely, I would love to see the return of Tortimer Island from Animal Crossing New Leaf, or at least something similar to it so there's more online playability with friends. With the hardware of the next Nintendo console being inevitably superior to the 3DS, I would expect more of a variety of minigames to be able to play with friends. With bigger lobby sizes like those in New Horizons, being able to invite up to 8 players to your island at one time. Maybe on the new console it could even be more than this. Also, something that confused me about New Horizons being a game where you're literally on a deserted island is the fact that New Leaf had more fruits available, such as bananas, mangoes, durians, lemons, lychee, persimmons, and perfect fruit. It seems such a shame to remove all of these from New Horizons, especially with the new feature of being able to cook. Additionally, it would be amazing to have the roost back, as in being able to work shifts in the roost and help serve coffee to your villagers. I just think it was a really cute feature from New Leaf, and I'm not completely sure on why Nintendo decided to remove this feature in New Horizons. It could have given players more things to do, and maybe Nintendo could have even expanded on working shifts at the roost with the Switch's superior capabilities compared to the 3DS, such as being able to unlock special furniture set after serving so many coffees. Speaking of cute features I also really miss and would like to see return in future titles is Celeste's Observatory. In earlier games Wild World and City Folk, you could visit the museum and talk to Celeste. She had a telescope that let you look at the stars or even create your own constellations. These constellations would show up in your town at certain times of year, adding another wholesome personal touch to the game. I think bringing this feature back would be lovely. In New Horizons, it seems like they missed such a great opportunity to give Celeste more of a purpose. Instead of just showing up during meteor showers to share DIY recipes, she could have been more involved. Maybe she could have even made star trees a real thing. If you know, you know. Come on Nintendo, let's make this a comeback. I feel like a lot of Animal Crossing fans would agree that in previous entries in the series, the villagers had a more variety of interactions. In New Horizons, I can't help but feel like the villagers are just overly nice to you all the time, even when you upset them. It's as if Nintendo has sort of stripped the villagers of their personalities. Currently, Animal Crossing has 8 types of personalities. However, all the characters that seem to fit into their designated personality all have the same dialogue a lot of the time, which I don't remember being as repetitive in the previous entries, making them the shell of their former selves. I'd like Nintendo to make more varying interactions with the villagers. I want them to not just be mean again like in the old games, but to feel more fleshed out and overall real. I want interactions I have to feel like there's a weight to what a villager says to me and what I choose to say to a villager. For them to not immediately get along with me at all times, for a friendship to feel like it's truly earned through trust and dedication. I think this would combat the doll's house effect that many feel is a characteristic of New Horizons, and why so many players lose interest relatively quickly. If villagers' dialogue and personalities are virtually indistinguishable from each other, then all that's left that makes a villager unique is the way that they look, which almost completely flips the original philosophy of Animal Crossing being so focused on friendship and dialogue on its head. If a villager acts as nothing more than an aesthetic and a decoration for your island, then what would bring most players back to check up on them? I would also like to see more meaningful mini games and errands to do with your villagers, like hide and seek. I just really liked that feature in City Folk and New Leaf, and I think this is one of the many good examples of what would help toward keeping Animal Crossing replayable, making me really want to come back and check on my villagers instead of them just feeling like accessories to my island, which is how it feels in New Horizons at times. Moving on to features that I think would be a cool new addition to the series, I call this idea landscape choice. In Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, players could choose a season to design a house for a villager in. I think it would be such an awesome idea if a future Animal Crossing game took this idea and expanded on it by letting players choose where they would like to be based, such as a city, an island, or a town. Each location could have its own unique features. For example, an island might offer the widest variety of fruits, while a city could feature the largest shopping district with better deals and discounts, and a town might host the most frequent events such as raffles, tournaments, and festivals. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to see in the new Animal Crossing game. It would also be fun to have more customizable buildings such as cafes, schools, hospitals, and restaurants similar to those in Happy Home Designer. I think it would open up the game a lot more. Think of all the possibilities if Nintendo implemented these different modes of play. I think it would enable players to be more creative and would create more opportunities for increased interactions with villagers and have more errands. This in turn could lead to a more fulfilling experience, which one might expect from the enhanced capabilities of the Switch too. I feel like I've gone on a bit about Animal Crossing. Maybe I could make more videos about my thoughts on all things Animal Crossing. Let me know down in the comments below if this would be something you'd be interested in. So with Mario Kart 9 confirmed to be in development, what is the likelihood that we will see Tomodachi Life 2 and a new Animal Crossing game on the Switch too? I know this might be wishful thinking, but I really believe it could happen. I have so many fond memories of all three series. I just adore them. It would make me so happy if Nintendo decided to give us more content for these incredible games. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see a part 2 or more content like this in general, then please consider liking, subscribing, and turning notifications on. It would be highly appreciated. See you later, bye!